It is expose Antarctica. Here, I got a story for everyone here. So, 4 asteroids are buzzing Earth in flybys today. But don't worry, But don't worry. The whole point of all of this space fear mongering is to keep you locked in a cage mentally. You're all uh, they want. You are the people they want to scare and to put fear into because this is their game that they've set up many years ago, and if they don't try to keep you in fear, then the game is over and we win. They lose. So it comes down to fear. They just want you to be fearful. Stop fearing this stuff. It's nonsense stuff. But you have to awake from this first off. If you're not awake from this and everything they put out, and just keep on researching it, and someday it will finally just click. Your mind will just have that moment where you go into a higher consciousness state. I remember when I got into a higher consciousness state, I was on raw fruits and veggies for over 4 months, 5 months at least, and I was laying in bed. This is when I first finally had that revelation. I was laying in bed and I was watching a video on Dave Murphy, and he was talking to this Macedonian talk show host about flat Earth, and he was telling him everything he knew about it, and it just clicked, and I was like, whoa, and I got up out of my bed. I was like looking around. I was like, oh my god, Earth is flat. And your mind will tell you, because your body knows. Your body and your senses know, but your mind has been a little brainwashed, and so you need to find out how to get your senses, your feelings, your head back. And it's hard because everything that they have is set up against us, basically. And it's not your fault. You're not the reason why you're not the person that's at fault. Why you're feeling like this. You're not here to be 100% right every time in this life, in any life. Okay, you were born into it. No one knew it. No one thought anything of it because we were told as kids, and it was reinforced by media, movies, everything mainstream. You hear, it's not your fault. Okay, it's not anyone's fault that you know of. Probably, I mean, it's the people that are perpetuating this are high Freemasonic secret societies that feed into each other, and feed into the elite money system, where the families of control, they are controlled by higher powers, energies up there, different energies, and it just all accumulates back down into things like these stories. So, and it, and you see these stories, it's like every single day they're trying to manipulate your mind into a fear state. So here's one: at least 4 potentially hazardous asteroids are making close approaches to Earth today. Okay, so this was October 1st. So this is another story. I've been telling you guys for at least a couple weeks that NASA is on a rampage with the fear of asteroids. They're amping it up. They're going to war with the consciousness of people who are waking up to flat Earth. Okay? NASA is just a front for secret societies, and they give you the impression that these stories are backed up by science and all of this mumbo jumbo, and then they have these really sweet people that work for the writers, and they work and they get these stories and they put it into their own little story, to feel like they're smart and they know about science, and they're really cutesy dootsy, but it's all fake. It's not the truth. And if you're here for the truth, you have to know how to decipher this stuff. So there's a asteroid 2019 SM8, and it was discovered 30th, and then so here we have numerology. NASA, they give you numerology here, and according to NASA, 99 is 66 flipped over. 9s and 6s, they're all basically the same thing. Why they do this, they want to control numbers. This is their way of telling you. And you can see here, just over an hour later, another newly discovered asteroid made a close approach to Earth. So another asteroid's coming, another one. Yet another newfound asteroid. 3333 here. I'm sure most of my viewers might know that. And if you don't, look up Freemasons and 33. It's in all things mainstream. They release out to the public 33. It's a 33-degree Mason, and then after that, there you can go higher. So all this stuff is here to give you the impression that there's something to be scared about, and these things go really fast too. Like, can you imagine how fast these things are going? And it's just and they tell you that the space station above us is going over at least 15,000 miles, sometimes 17,000 miles. If you really understand how fast that is, and it's going in sort of a circular motion around, so they say, which is not real, but they say it's going around in a circular motion. And all of these supposed, space rocks are like breaking up as they enter our atmosphere. One of those, just like a huge little boulder, could hit any sort of part of the space station. It would just immediately like depressurize and just get thrown off orbit and be destroyed in seconds. And it never happens. Okay, none of these satellites supposedly that are orbiting, they never get hit, they get destroyed, nothing, you never hear about it. They're all there, they're all perfectly aligned orbits. All these thousands of satellites are there, and all the space debris, all this stuff is just perfectly there, and if they try to enter our atmosphere, it gets burned up. And you have to really research this to understand, and your mind has to really come to the conclusion that this is all just numbers and words, and there's no meat here. There's no proof of any of this stuff. So they're all the asteroids. They say they're all 3 million miles away. I think this might be the farthest one away. Another one's about yeah, 331,000 miles away. And see, these are all just, it's all fake basically. Like I was saying, we have these like little space.com writers. They're all little science geeks. They all do their Masonic programming stints in the academia. They all believe, science, and it feeds their ego that they are smart. She earned her graduate degree. All these writers for all this stuff. They feed you Elon Musk, this starship, and it's all fake. Unfortunately, it's a part of psychology that they hack. They hack your psychology. They hack your mind, and they do it when you're young. It's like a computer program basically, and they use numerology. Like here, Peggy Whitson, the famous astronaut, she spent 666 days in space. 33 they use. We're orbiting around the Earth. We're orbiting around every day, constantly spinning on its axis. 66,000 miles an hour. It's going around. It's all bull. 66,600 miles an hour. Traveling supposedly. So here we have, Peggy Whitson. She started her research as a biochemist, doing chemistry, 89. She got selected in 96. So here we have, it's just, oh my God, I can't even, it's just sickening that these people, like, they sell their soul to Satan just to have pictures of them and money and fame. It's not real though. None of the stuff is real. People think all these people are real. No, it's very calculated. Secret societies, old people, old men. They just release this out, and they're really smart, and they know how psychology works. 666 days in space. Peggy Whitson. Wow. So that was interesting. So that's the asteroid news article I just wanted to share. Nothing too mind revealing. Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe. And do not let this fear-monger tactic they use against you to change your life and to inflict fear into your heart. And I hope you have love, light, and high consciousness in you. Thank you.